Bundle! Dun, 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 dun. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's the 23rd day of May, 2022. It's 58 degrees and strangely cloudy here at Site B. And there's a picture of a man holding a car, which means it's time to take a look at all the freebies and bundles that are available this week. Sadly, pretty much all these are PDFs, but free is free. So, top of the list, we have the Cowboy Bebop playtest. It's a 30-page, all-color playtest available on drive-thru. So if you want to get a copy of the rules for the upcoming Cowboy Bebop role-playing game Kickstarter, they're available over on drive-thru for free. Also, if you are a D&D Beyond person and have D&D Beyond, Minds of Fendelvin and the Acquisitions Incorporated book are both free now on D&D Beyond. Moving on. There is the Morris from EN Publishing has created an entirely free life path. That, as the title suggests, uses life path character generation to quickly make characters for both fantasy and science fiction. This is free over on the EN World site. We already mentioned the Acquisitions Incorporated and Lost Minds of Fendelver are both free on D&D Beyond. The Kickstarter for Everyday Heroes has gone live, the 5e reboot of the old D20 modern system. But there is a quick start for it, available on drive-thru. This is a 96-page that features streamlined rules that allow you to immediately jump into the world of Everyday Heroes. This is the company that, of course, grabbed all those IPs from old movies like The Crow, Highlander, King Kong, Pacific Rim, and have converted them to this system. So congratulations on them being able to get those IPs. Hopefully something will come out of this. From the Storyteller's Vault, there is a new Vampire the Masquerade freebie called San Paulo by Night. So I guess this is vampires in Sao Paulo, South America type stuff. Over on the DM's Guild as well, we have Curriculum of Chaos, which gives you an updated Wild Surge table, specifically tailored for Strixhaven and other campaigns that include nonsense like chaos. And if you have a sorcerer and you want more wild magic surges, here's a new table. I love the Wild Surge sorcerer, but I think this is the whole ability of the Wild Surge sorcerer is the Wild Surge. It should happen more than just on a 1 on a D20, right? But I guess it's an optional rule. There's something called the iJug supplement by Stephen Brown is up on the DM's Guild. I guess this is a book of weird magic items. Drive-Thru has a month-long bundle sale for over 16,000 D&D titles, most of which are at 90%. So head on over to Drive-Thru RPG, click their D&D banner, and you will see several thousand D&D PDFs all marked down, anywhere up to 90%. Fantasy Grounds, the virtual tabletop, has a sale on Steam. You can get the upgraded version with rule sets for all of D&D, plus Pathfinder, Fate Core, Numenaria, and Starfinder. This is $29, $30 for the standard bundle, and $112 for the ultimate bundle. So if you're interested in checking out the virtual tabletop that is Fantasy Ground, now might be a good time because there's a bunch of extra stuff on it for free. Machine Age Production has posted a thing where all their entire line of games is marked down. So this is a company that has made such RPG sci-fi horror games like Machine Zeit, Memorial Ritual, and RPG iHunt. All their stuff has been marked down. The bundle's about $150 for all the company products, which normally range about $306. And you also will get a postcard sent to you. So if you want to spend $150 for a company who nobody's ever heard of stuff and get a postcard, head on over to the Machine Age website or itch.io and download this. Earl of Five Games put together the bundle of 11 third-party Mork board products. These are available over at Earl of Fife and probably all the Mork board coverers like Exalted Funerals. So it's $40 for 11 third-party Mork board products. There's a huge bundle from itch.io for tabletop role-playing games for reproductive rights, hosted by Roll for Romance. This is $5. Wow, it's gone down from $5 from what it originally started. I guess it's not doing very well. There's a couple good games in this one. I did check out the bundle, but there's like 4 games that were either yes or maybe. The rest is, of course, a lot of those small press, third-party stuff. A lot of the, solo journaling role-playing game kind of stuff. But, I don't know, 291 PDFs for $5. There's another bundle for doing the same thing over at Drive-Thru. This is Reproductive Justice Bundle by Hydra Corporation. This one includes Most Mutants and Masterminds, Fate, Chivalry and Sorcery, Star-Crossed, and a lot others. So this one's going to have a pretty much more type of games you've heard of in it. It's over from Drive-Thru. $25 for the bundle. And again, this goes to support the reproductive rights nonsense that's going on, which I don't want to talk about, but it's going on. So you can choose whichever side of that you want. This is not the place for me to talk about. Bundle of Holdings has a bundle from Monty Cook Games. First is a whole bunch of stuff for the Cypher system, celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Cypher system. Wow, 10 years of the Cypher system. The Cypher system is one of those games you hear a lot of good things about, but you've never actually seen a copy of. I heard that their superhero game is excellent. So this is $18 for the bundle. And then we have a $18 bundle from Monty Cook's Monty Python. Freudian slip there, Munch of GGM. Bundle of holding for Tolis, his epic size campaign setting. This was a huge, over $100 book that he put out several years ago. It was a giant book with maps and a CD and all sorts of other stuff. I had it in my hands several years ago. I looked through it and I was like, wow, this all seems really, 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 really familiar. Like everything in this book, really, wow, this is just Waterdeep. All he did was just rewrite Waterdeep. But for $18, you can get everything that Monty Cook has made for Tolis. Also, there is a bundle for $10 with the games Nobilis and Chubo from Jenna Moran. This collection includes Marvelous Wish Granting Engine, Nobilis 3rd Edition, and some other things. So if you're a fan of the work of Jenna Moran, you can get a bundle of all her stuff over at Bundle and Holding for $10. There's a Shadowrun bundle a bundle of holding. We've got the 6 Worlds Essentials Shadowrun bundle for $18. That includes everything you need to start running Shadowrun in the current edition. And then we have the second bundle, which is Power Plays, which has all these source books for $15. There's also a Starfinder bundle up at Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle? That's Humble Bumble. I've called it Humble Bumble for all these years. I'm not going to stop around. This goes to support the World Central Kitchen. It's $25 to get a whole bunch of stuff for Starfinder. And there's also a big spring sale over at Humble Bumble. So if you want to pick up some more obscure titles like Pathfinder or Crown of the Magister, Battletech, the Shadowrun, these are all video games. Cyberpunk 2077 for $30. They've got the Pathfinder Kingmaker video game for $9. They've got Crown of the Magister for $16. They've got a couple of other ones. So if you're looking for some markdown video games to download, check it out. Always be careful with these third-party things that host video games that aren't from Steam. I have, when I did one of the bundles before and got some video games from it, they were all filled with viruses and malware. So if you're not going to download something from Steam directly or from the producer of the company of the game directly and do it through a third-party thing like Humble Bumble, virus check all that shit. Yeah. And that seems to be it. Oh, there is apparently a 3-part overview of the Monsters for Spelljammer. We know Spelljammer's coming out sometime this summer. I believe July, maybe August, who knows. And if you want to take a look at the Moonstars, they have a preview up over at where else? Wizards of the Coast. And that appears to be it. If any of these sound interesting, I'm going to get the one for Everyday Heroes. You can download all these from DriveThru, DM's Guild, or Itch.io, or various other sites that do free PDF and PDF bundles. Or you can head on over to your friendly local game store, wherever you may live. Here in Ventura, it's, for now, Dreamworld Collectibles in the Pacific View Mall, and ask them to look into this stuff for you. I have been the OGGM, your guide to all tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, and general internet nonsense. You got a guy with a gun, you got a girl with a gun, you got another girl with a gun. These all look like things you'd run into in modern day. And then we've got this guy holding up a car, and you're like, wait, is this a superhero game? Because, yeah. D20 Modern was weird. Hopefully they do a better job with it. Anyways, till then, get out of my city, you damn kids, and your damn guy holding a car.